Good morning everybody. It's been a while since I've vlogged and I'm actually vlogging on a new camera today. You know I'm a Canon girl through and through, but Sony just released a new camera and it's the Sony it's the Sony ZV-1, which is essentially the vlogging camera is what they've called it. So I'm just interested to see how this looks. I have no idea if I will prefer it or if it will be the same to edit the clips, or actually if I don't prefer it at all, but I'm just gonna see how we go. I can always return it if I really don't get on with it, I think. The only major difference is that the flip screen is on the side, not on the top. And naturally it's quite easy to flick your eyesight up slightly, but for me to now look to the side is kind of weird. Oh look, you can see it in the mirror. So if everything looks a little different in this vlog, that's why. Let me know what you think of the lighting and the sharpness of the camera and if the focusing is any good. Anyway, I'm about to jump in the shower. It's a very rainy, gloomy Tuesday. And Alfie and I want to head into town in a bit. I've not been into town since March the 15th or something, apart from to the Black Lives Matter protest, which me and Alfie went to, when was that, 2 weekends ago? But yeah, now that all the shops are reopening, it's going to be very interesting. It's also going to be very interesting because we've picked a very rainy day to go out to town. Never mind, we'll see how we get on. I have no idea what the shops are going to be like. The only shop I've been into is the garden centre in 4 months. So we shall see. First things first though, I'm going to jump in the shower. Wait to get the extensions back in my head, but now I've lived with it like this for a bit, I don't hate it as much. I don't know, we'll see. One of the plus sides though of having the extensions in was that it kept its style for so much longer. I have styled my hair like this now, and my natural hair holds a curl quite well, but not as well as my extensions did. So it was quite nice spending that time styling and curling my hair for it to stay like that for 4 days. Whereas I will sleep on this tonight and it will look like a completely different hairstyle tomorrow. So that's the only thing. I definitely put less heat on my hair when I had extensions than I am now that I don't have them. But I just thought I would chat through, since you just sat and watched the time lapse, which actually whilst I was doing my hair I had old vlogs of me and Mark on, and they make me so happy. And I know that sounds a bit narcissistic to sit and watch yourself and your friend having fun, but I really miss being able to spend quality time where you're not constantly thinking about being 2 meters apart from somebody outside. I really miss like sitting on the sofa and ordering a Chinese and like being close to somebody. Obviously I'm close to Alfie, but just somebody that isn't Alfie. It's just so strange. But it's really nice watching those vlogs. So you probably saw me like smiling or like smirking or frowning or I don't know, making weird faces during that. Anyway, starting off with my hair, I am still using my trusted, much loved, been using it for a year, Function of Beauty shampoo and conditioner. As I've said before, I love this brand so much. I am so happy that I get to work with them. So Function of Beauty is a 100% customizable hair care brand. You can set your hair goals and your hair type. You can also pick the colour, the scent, and you can fully customise the bottles. Where's mine? There you go. Function of Zoe, and you can stick little stickers on, which I really love. They're all formulated without toxins, parabens, sulfates. They are all completely cruelty-free and vegan also. I don't use any other shampoo and conditioner. I love it. I love that the hair goals really reflect in the actual product, and my hair is exactly how I want it to be. Considering I have not had it cut, I've not had it coloured in like a year, I feel that my hair is in really good condition, and I totally put that down to the shampoo and conditioner. You can go over to the website and you take a 2-minute quiz where you can set the profile of your hair and the goals of your hair, and you can also select the fragrance and the colour of the shampoo and conditioner that you want. For any of you wondering, the profile of my hair, I think I set to wavy, normal and medium. And then the hair goals that I selected were shine, anti-frizz, replenish and thermal protection. And my favourite scent, just in case any of you are wondering, is the apricot one. I love it. The peach and apricot. Smells incredible. So as always, I have a code for any of you who want to try Function of Beauty for the first time. I will leave it in the description box, so make sure you go down and check it out. It's for 20% off your first order, which is amazing. Let me know how you get on. I know I've spoken about Function of Beauty before, and so many of you who have ordered it and tried it have loved it, which is amazing to see. So yeah. So I used that to wash my hair. I actually used the purple one. So if one of your hair goals is colour protection, you get this purple shampoo, which is so good. It's really strong. I've actually been using this. As I said, I've not had my hair coloured, and I wanted to try and keep it looking as like blonde and fresh as possible. So I use this. I kind of alternate between this one, which is like my normal one, and then this one, which is the one that is, as you can see, a very deep purple. And then I just use my regular conditioner on the top. So yeah, alternating between these two, but I used this one today. And then when my hair was damp, I used the Function of Beauty customized hair serum. This is gorgeous. I applied this to damp hair, then brushed it all through, blow dried, and then curled with my straighteners, which I feel like I finally mastered. I'm so happy. And that was pretty much it for my hair. Makeup wise, I used my Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, which I now believe has new packaging, so I think this is an indication of the fact I need to get a new one. I then used my Bare Minerals foundation in medium beige. I feel like I got a little bit more of a tan, so I applied that on top. I used the Bare Minerals Faux Tan, which I've pretty much used for the whole of spring summer. I love this. It's quite a dark bronzer colour, like it might put you off slightly, and the fact that it's loose mineral might make you think, oh my god, how do I use that? But it just gives the most beautiful, like sun-kissed, bronzy, very natural looking colour, which I love. Then I used the NARS Wanted 1 palette. I used this colour here and then this highlight. I've been using this pretty much most days. Then for a little wash of colour on my eyelids, I just used this Victoria Beckham Tweed Quad palette. I just used this colour. When I'm not spending too much time on my makeup, I just do like a wash of like a matte brown on my eyelids. Then I used the Bare Minerals Lashtopia mascara. I love this, it's incredible. Then I used my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade for my eyebrows. My eyebrows, I've not done anything to them this whole time. I would go as far as to say I've not left my eyebrows this long to just go wild since I was probably like 17. Either I used to pluck them myself the minute there was a hair that shouldn't have been there, or I've had them threaded. So yeah, I've just left them. And I just figure we're all in the same boat, and I don't want to take tweezers to my own eyebrows. I just think I'll regret it. I think I'll mess up the shape. So I'm just going to let them grow, and then I'm going to have the sharpest brows when I can finally go and see Claire at Perfect Brow in Brighton. I will have the sharpest brows and it'll be so worth it. So for now, I'm just leaving them, but it does make filling them in slightly harder because, I mean, at this point, I'm like, what am I filling in? Like, they're growing into my eyelids. So I used that. Then I used, oh, I think that's it. And then I just used this lipstick, which is the Bare Minerals Balance, which I think is a really lovely, like, creamy, kind of apricot-y nude, but it really complements like the bronzer. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of everything I've done this morning to get ready. I've also put on a tracksuit. It's not the nicest weather. You just would not believe that last week it was like 33 degrees here in the UK. Today though, it's rainy, it's windy, it's dark and gloomy. It's making me feel quite autumnal, and actually a lot of the videos I just watched of me and Mark were like autumn, when we're watching Hocus Pocus and like cozying up on the sofa, and it's just made me feel so like excited for the end of the year. Is it too soon to say? Maybe. But I also just think this whole pandemic and lockdown, I'm excited for like beyond that, and I know that around that time, like autumn, winter and Christmas, in my mind I'm like, unless we have a second wave, I feel like it might almost be normal. I mean, I'm just guessing, but maybe that's why I'm more excited for it. And also I do love that time of year. So it's a little bit later on. Went into town and pretty much not a lot was open. We managed to get Amanda's birthday card, and I bought some peonies for myself, Amanda and Poppy, and then we popped back. I think the rain deterred everybody. There was literally nobody around. And I think most shops will be reopening tomorrow, the 1st. I've had an extreme hormonal breakout around my mouth and on my chin, and I'm not too sure why. But it's gradually just got worse as the day's gone on, which is lovely. I've been up here editing, but also doing that thing where you put karaoke versions of songs on the laptop and try and sing along. Don't lie, you've all tried it. It's actually very hard. I really like singing along to songs when you can sing along to lyrics, but trying to sing along to a karaoke version is much, much harder. But yeah, that felt good for the soul. Have a little belt out of She Used to Be Mine. And that's pretty much what I've been doing, to be honest. Editing, singing, and went into town for a bit. Today's not been a very filmy day, but I will pick up my camera again tomorrow. But I think for now, I'm gonna head downstairs, wash my face, put on my Mandelic serum by Allies of Skin, because that's usually my saviour when I get a lovely hormonal breakout, and hope that by tomorrow it's not as like sore. I look like I've got chicken pox. Join the dots. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, it's now the next day and it's actually the afternoon. I'm currently in the kitchen, I'm about to make lunch, and I thought I would, oh gosh, start the day because I've just put the food shop away. You know that like great feeling when you're like, there's so much choice for lunch? I don't know whether to have my favourite bagel or whether to do a toasty. Me and Alfie have become a bit obsessed with toasties recently, and I think I'm going to go for a toasty. Don't know what I'm going to put in it. Probably just some cheddar, maybe a bit of mozzarella. The stringy cheese. I've got Will and Arden playing Animal Crossing on Arden's Twitch in the background. I've actually not played much Animal Crossing recently. I don't know, I think once I got my island to a 5-star island, I got a bit bored. Sorry, I'm just carrying this toasty maker. Yeah, I got a bit bored of it, which I never thought I'd say. But, I think there's an update coming. It's probably out by the time you watch this, where you can dive and collect like shells and things. So I am looking forward to that. I do need to get back on my evenings of Animal Crossing because I found it very like good for the mind. There's mindfulness in Animal Crossing, and I'm here for it. This is just a simple George Foreman. We've had this many a year. Mainly just use it for toasties, but you can use these for a lot. I also use it for halloumi, and I use it for red peppers, but at the moment it's just getting its fair use through toasties. Still not sure about this Sony camera, and I know you probably haven't clicked on this vlog expecting a camera review, but if you are a bit more interested in cameras and tech, the only downside I've found so far for this camera is that it comes with a USB charger and not a mains charger. So to charge the battery for this camera, you put the battery in the camera and then plug the camera in with the USB, which is fine. I have a USB charger next to my bed, so I'm able to plug that in. But I think for anyone who doesn't have a laptop with USB, which actually my laptop doesn't, or doesn't have a USB charging socket, that can be a bit difficult. And I quite like with my Canon that I can have multiple batteries and they can be on charge in my bedroom, and when that runs out I can just go upstairs and grab a new battery that's already fully charged. Whereas when this runs out, I have to plug the camera in to charge the battery, and I think you can buy mains battery chargers, but they don't come with the camera, which I don't know, seems a bit unfair. So that's my only downside to this camera so far. Obviously I haven't edited with it yet, so I can't see if the camera quality is better or the stabilization is better. And if I'm totally honest with you, I really don't know enough about cameras to give a thorough review, but as somebody who uses this cameras, you know, like the Canon G7X and this, the Sony, I can't even remember, I said at the start of this video, the new Sony vlogging camera. I use my camera pretty basically, you know, pick it up, point, shoot, vlog on it, carry it around. I don't tend to care too much about wind mufflers or like the audio. I just like a very simple vlogging life. But I think maybe for someone who's a little bit more tech savvy, they will, you know, point things out about this camera that are great or that are different. Whereas I think for me, it's just whatever does the basic needs the best is a winner for me. But I don't know. I'll just keep using it and see how we get on. Right, I am gonna take Alfie his toasty and then crack on with a bit more work, I think. It's a little bit later now, and I changed out of my jumper because turns out it's actually quite a hot day. I don't know if you can see this. There's some serious bonfire going on. So we're gonna smell delightful.
Oh yeah, we're gonna stink, aren't we?
I actually really love the smell of bonfire. It's my favourite smell of all time. I don't know what it is. It's very nostalgic for me. Grew up in the countryside where that smell was very, don't know.
Common.
Yeah, but also I feel like it happens a lot in autumn and in spring. when people are having like sort outs. So it always just reminds me, yeah, it's very seasonal. I just love it. So I don't mind if I smell like this. In fact, once, do you remember the Library of Fragrance? They had a perfume called Bonfire. Really? Not sure I would wear it as a perfume, but anyway, Alfie and I are shooting some content for a sponsorship that we're doing, which is exciting. We don't really do many things.
On your head.
What?
Oh my gosh, with the brick wall.
Oh.
You literally just went for it.
Alfie and I don't get to work on a lot of brand campaigns together, but it's always fun when we do.
This isn't a campaign together, this is, we're both working with the same brand.
We're both working with the same brand, which is fun.
Have you seen what this new camera can do?
What?
It's got slow-mo, look.
Don't spin me, I've just recovered.
Recovered! You've just recovered.
I've just recovered from travel sickness.
Recovered
Do not spin me. Anyway, I've just been laying down on the sofa. We went out in a car for a little car drive and I looked at my phone too much and I needed to lie down. This evening's plans are we're going to head to our friend Steve and Alexia's garden and we're going to sit in the garden and have a takeaway, right? So I'm excited about that. Taking Nala, because Poppy and Sean, who are also going, are taking their new puppy Sydney, who I've not shown on these vlogs yet. So you're going to get to see a little bit of Sydney, little gorgeous girl, I said that like you, girl cockapoo. And her and Nala have seen each other at a distance, but Sydney needed to get her second vaccination, which enabled her to hang out with other dogs. And she got that last week, so she's now ready to mingle with other dogs, which means she can properly and formally meet Nala for the first time, which I'm very excited about. We don't know how it's going to go down, but
no, it'll go down well. Come on now.
We're having to do it properly with dogs on leads and like meeting in, you know, neutral spaces, etc, etc. But yeah, I'm so excited. She's already growing so quickly. When Poppy and Sean first got her, which was start of June, so it's just like just a month ago. So has she been here for 4 weeks?
3 weeks on Monday it was.
Whoa.
So 3.5 weeks.
3.5 weeks. She's already like doubled in size. It's actually madness how quickly puppies grow, and I guess I just completely forgot because it's been so long since Nala was a puppy. Where is she? I bet she's oh. Stupid question. Of course she's not far away from me. Let's go! Come on then, should we go and see Sydney? Look at this lovely evening light on the floor. I love it. Coming through the trees. Hello. I've purchased some new houseplants recently. This is one that I'm very fond of, Monstera. Only $19.99 from the garden centre. I actually thought that was a great houseplant for that price. How much do you love it? It's so like healthy and green. I also bought this one. And I bought this one too. A lot of our houseplants just were looking a little bit... Oh, and this one. Over in this corner. I love it. So yeah, I've moved some stuff around. This is a print that Alfie bought me for my birthday, which I don't think I've actually shown. Who's the artist again?
David Gandy.
David Gandy's a model.
No, he started doing art.
Who's it actually by?
No, David Beckham.
Oh, for God's sake. Basically, there's a gallery in Brighton and they had an opening for this artist, and Alfie and I went along, and this was one of the ones I really loved. Lo and behold, I got it for my 30th. I am obsessed with it. And I think we're gonna, when we're allowed to have somebody come in the house and help us, we're gonna have this put up here, I think. But, and here's a question for you, which I'm sure I could Google, but there's always a lot of experts in the comments. This log burner is all completely safe and it's regulatory and everything. Can I just put this above it and that will be fine? Like it's
Showing
gonna.
them the pipe at the back.
Yeah, there's a pipe at the back. Everything goes out. I
don't think it will get hot enough to do anything. I just hope that.
I just don't want it to warm.
It's all good.
But yeah, anyway. Obviously I have things close by and that's always fine. To be fair, I do push those chairs back a little bit, but I just don't want it to be ruined. So I've avoided hanging any art in this cove, this little alcove, but now I'd really like to put this up. So yeah, if you have any knowledge of log burners and paintings, I would really appreciate that. I feel like I'm now just giving you like a little house update, to be honest. Okay, so we should probably go. Where have you just gone? Oh, are we doing what?
The challenge.
What's the challenge? See how long I can vlog for? Is that the challenge? See how long one singular
It's
clip.
not that. It's,
What?
We were on the phone to just put the belt on. We were on the phone to Poppy 12 minutes ago and ended the call because we were like, right, we're running late, we need to go, we need to go.
It's my fault. I felt sick and I was like, guys, we're going to be late. I actually just need to lie horizontal for a while.
No, you just ended up vlogging.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
But-
right, we'll see you there. We've just come out to the beach. It's probably very windy and you can't hear me. I haven't been to the beach since this whole lockdown thing happened, so I'm very excited about it. Who's that? So many dogs. Have you got a Pims? Yeah, on holiday.
She's like, what's the building?
Hello, Sydney. Ordered a little Nando's. We're all sat in the garden. Poppy went for an honest burger. Look at Sid.
Is she asleep?
No, she's just chilling. The doggies are being so good, aren't you? Yeesh. Home. Got myself a little icy water, courtesy of Alfie Days. And did you have a nice evening? I think she's probably very tired. Just got home. It's like 10:30. Steve set up a marquee in the garden, so we all managed to sit under that, but it did get chilly. So now I'd really like a bath. Started off the day with curly hair, and now it's straight. Right, what are we saying? Let's go bubbles. I actually bought these from...
on the special mode, the process mode.
The what?
The process mode on that.
No?
That's going to spoil it. You hold your product up.
Whoa!
Now put it away.
That's quite good.
So it's instant.
Yeah.
You might not get it on the right mode, it's so quick.
Last time we went food shopping, I wanted to get some more bubble bath, and these looked really nice. So I picked up a freesia and pear and an orchid and honeysuckle, and they smell so good. So if you're ever in Waitrose, I don't know which one to use. I think I might go orchid and honeysuckle. A little bit of that. Look, I've got a little snowman. Just put him in. Light some candles. I'm going to end this here, jump in the bath and go to bed. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.